Good afternoon, travel professionals, and happy first day of October. I'm Doug Cook, publisher of Jack's Facts Travel Marketing, and I want to thank you for taking the time to join us today for a look at the country of Namibia and Air Namibia, its national airline. Here to present this educational session to you today is Sasha Bullen. She is the Director of Sales and Marketing Western USA for Air Promotion Group. APG is the North American representative for Air Namibia and many other airlines. Before we get started, I would like to encourage you to stay with us for the duration of the session. It should last about 20 minutes, and at the end, Sasha will have a series of trivia questions, and people who answer those correctly will be in the running for a great prize of 2 round-trip tickets. So that's a fantastic incentive. Also, if anyone has any questions, please send them in, and we will get to them at the end of Sasha's presentation. And now, without further ado, here is Sasha. Sasha, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Doug, and good morning, afternoon, everybody. I'd like to welcome you all to Namibia and give you the quick overview of the country and the airline that flies there. So joining me as well is Lorraine Rosario, so feel free if you have any questions as we go along to type them in and she can answer them in real time, and if there's anything more detailed, we can get back to you at the very end. So my name is Sasha, as Doug mentioned. I'm based in Los Angeles, and I'm the product manager for Air Namibia here in the U.S. So where is Namibia? Just to give you a point of reference with geography, we're located in the southwest corner of Africa. So the borders are to the north, Angola, Zambia is to the northwest, Botswana to the west, and South Africa to the south, and you have the Atlantic Ocean over on the east side. Geographically, the combined land size is about Spain and Germany put together. A quick overview, the population of Namibia is 2.3 million. The capital and largest city is Windhoek. There's about 1 million people residing there. The top languages spoken are English primarily. You also have Afrikaans and German, as well as Oshiwamba, which is the local language spoken by about 49% of the population. The weather is extremely nice, 300 days of sunshine a year. It's very dry and pleasant most of the time. The good news for U.S. citizens, there's no visa required to visit Namibia. And I'd like to just give you some top reasons why you would want to send your clients to Namibia. We really feel that the country is truly a hidden gem. It's very safe, very stable, very unspoiled by mass tourism. You can see as little or as much of people as you would like. In Namibia, you can really enjoy the country by land, sand, sky, and sea. And the people of Namibia are really filled with a joy for life and a strong pride in their country. You have some of the most spectacular natural landscapes and pristine, completely almost untouched wildlife parks, desert, and coastline. And you do have safari opportunities here to see the variety of all kinds of animals, including the big 5. So some fun facts about Namibia. The Constitution was one of the first to provide a provision for environmental protection. So you have 14% of the land that is protected. It's the second lowest population density in the whole world. You also have the world's oldest desert, which is the Namib Desert. It's about 55 million years old. And you also have the highest sand dune in the world, which is 980 feet. The Fish River Canyon, which is the second largest in the world, the first being the Grand Canyon. And also Damaraland, which you have a unique population of desert-dwelling elephants. Namibia is also the last place on Earth where the black rhino are still roaming free, and also the home to the largest population of cheetahs remaining in the world. Sadly enough, there's about 3,000 left. There are also wild Namib desert horses, which are the most isolated population in the world, and they roam free. And Namibia also has the largest underground lake in the world. Some about the people and history of Namibia. You have a couple different indigenous tribes, including the San, Nama, Himba, Zemba, and Twa. The native people represent about 8% of the population. Most are nomadic hunters, gatherers, and livestock herders. The country's developed from European traders and missionaries, settlers beginning to arrive in about the mid-1800s. And then Namibia was colonized by Germany and South Africa later on, and it became a unitary nation state with independence in 1990. The cuisine, one of my favorite parts of talking about Namibia is the wonderful South African and German influences you can find. Wonderful meat of all kinds. Namibians love a good braai or barbecue. The quality of the meat in Namibia is just amazing. It's very organic, free range. You have beef, lamb, goat, pork, and the animals are really raised in great conditions. Biltong is pretty popular. It's kind of like a beef jerky, and you can find springbok, kudu, gemsbok, or beef. On the coast, there's also some excellent Namibian oysters. Some of the native dishes you will find, mealie pop is kind of a corn mash that's sort of a staple. And you have some native things you can find in Namibia like Kalahari truffles, some great olive oil, and wild fruit. And you also have a great influence of German beer, and you have Windhoek lager and Toffel. When to go? Clients always ask this. Well, there's 300 days of sunshine per year in Namibia, so it's pretty good anytime. The climate is generally very dry. It's mostly a desert and pleasant. The wet season or rainy time happens from about November to April, which is considered summer, so it is opposite. Keep that in mind. You have about 85 to 95 degrees on average in the day, and evenings are pretty mild and balmy. And the dry season goes from May to October, which is winter, and it's very comfortable. About 65 to 75 during the day. Nighttime gets a little chilly, about into the 40s. And it's best if you want to have game viewings to come during the dry season. The accommodations, there's really a great variety in Namibia. You can go from super 5-star, modern, beautiful hotel to very rustic guest lodge. Air Namibia is a preferred partner of the NWR, which is the Namibia Wildlife Resort, and they have a big listing of properties on their website. On the left is just a map of some of the different camps and lodges. Country highlights. So Namibia has 11 national parks and 8 protected areas, and we're proud to partner with the Namibia Tourism Board. So the NTB is a great resource that you can look at for planning your itineraries. And I just wanted to give you an overview of some of the top highlight places to see in Namibia. So, Windhoek, the capital. This is a historical buildings blended in with modern development here. You have lots of galleries, natural botanical garden, government buildings, university, churches. You have the cuisine and culture vibing together with the tempo of a modern city. There's a lot of cafes, shops, and boutiques, and you can also get a lot of great local street art and native goods. So Suvla is the notorious image you see of Namibia, which is this great, huge red sand dune where there's bright, amazing colors of the reddish hue juxtaposed to the most bluest clear sky. That is great for some photography. You can also go sandboarding or quad bike riding. Swakopmund is literally where the desert meets the sea, and it was founded in 1892 as a German colonial town. You have very charming influences in the architecture, gift shops, restaurants, and museums, and it's the 4th largest area in Namibia. Walvis Bay and the Skeleton Coast. Walvis Bay is located right in the middle of the Skeleton Coast, and you can do boating activities to see all kinds of sea life here. You have pelicans, flamingo seals, dolphins, turtles. Some months you can catch some whales, and on the Skeleton Coast there's really neat old historical shipwreck. And it's a great location for the most challenging conditions for surfing. So a lot of surfers come from all over the world to battle this coastline. Etosha National Park is one of the biggest and best wildlife reserves in the country. It should be a part of anybody's itinerary, and it's home to some of the largest elephants in the world. And you can have the opportunity here to see African lions, African elephants, Cape buffalo, African leopard, and white and black rhinoceros, which are the big 5. In the Namib Kalahari Desert, this area runs all the way from South Africa to southern parts of Zambia and covers most of Botswana. It's one of the most beautiful corners of the desert in the east of the country, where you have beautiful camel thorn trees, bright orange dunes, a lot of valleys, which are home for tons of wildlife and the bushmen. And you can do activities like walking safaris, quad bike tours, and you may even have a chance to spot a Kalahari lion. Sorry, just one second here. And Damaraland. Here you can have some amazing landscapes and rock formations, and there's a lot of cool old ancient art carvings. You can also find desert elephant and rhinos that are still roaming free. The Caprivi Strip is the panhandle of Namibia, and it's a meeting grounds of 4 major rivers. You have the Okavango River that goes into the delta, the Kwando, the Chobe, and the Zambezi. So all these rivers coming together makes the Caprivi very green, very lush, and the parks and lodges there are definitely worth a visit because you can also cross the border swiftly and go see Livingston and Vic Falls from there. The Fish River Canyon, this is located in the south part of Namibia, the biggest canyon in Africa, and you can do all kinds of hiking, biking. You can go by mules for a trekking expedition, and it's a great stop on any itinerary for your adventurous type of client. Lüderitz is a really charming little town by the sea. It's very quaint and just a nice little place to add onto an itinerary. Kolmanskop, this is a really great opportunity for anybody who's interested in photography. It used to be a thriving diamond mining town, and then about 1954 all of the residents left and kind of abandoned it, and the desert has taken over. It's become sort of a ghost town. So how do you get to Namibia? So from the US, you can connect in Frankfurt, which is our major European gateway, and the flights go Frankfurt to Windhoek. So this just gives you an idea of the nonstops from the US. Your flying time is about 7 hours, 45 minutes from the East Coast. We have a flight that departs Frankfurt daily at about 8:10 p.m. and arrives Windhoek next day. So it's a night flight, so you can pretty much sleep the whole time, arrive next day in the morning. And the reverse goes Windhoek to Frankfurt. It leaves at about 8:35 p.m. The flying time in between there is 10 hours, 20 minutes. Air Namibia is carrying the spirit of Namibia, and it's a national carrier. The national airline of Namibia, backed by the government, been flying about 68 years. We are positioned as a regional carrier and serve many domestic points within Namibia and the regional markets of South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Angola. And points beyond Asia, USA, Middle East, and Europe are serviced in conjunction with our partner airlines. And our head office is in Windhoek, and our main base of operations is Windhoek's Hosea Kutako International Airport. So our network, as I mentioned, the connection is in Frankfurt, and you can go to about 14 routes, which you can find either through the website, by contacting our office, or booking directly in your GDS. You have Frankfurt going 7 flights a week. We go to Johannesburg, South Africa, Cape Town. We go to Luanda, Angola, Lusaka, Zambia, Harare, Zimbabwe, Vic Falls, and Maun. And we fly domestically 6 routes to Lüderitz, Oranjemund, Ondangwa, Rundu, Katima Mulilo, and Walvish Bay. So that's a picture of our route network on the right there. Our schedule is many easy connections available from Frankfurt to Cape Town and Johannesburg via Windhoek. And we can email this to you, or you can pull it up in your GDS. Our fleet is 2 Airbus 330-200s and 4 Airbus A319-100s and 4 Embraers. And the Airbus is brand new as of 2014, so you have a brand new, very nice product. I'll show you a little bit about the onboard service. The business class flying the long haul Frankfurt Windhoek is an A330 cabin. You have 330 full 180-degree lie flat bed seats. It goes in a 222 configuration. The seats are very comfortable. You have an S-shaped armrest. It gives you more space. You have your personal entertainment screen in the back of the seat in front of you. You have audio, video, also a nice little rising armrest kind of divider thing. And you have a power port, headphone jack, and reading light. And you have pretty good meals on Air Namibia. And you have a dinner service, beverages included, and breakfast is served just before arrival. We also have for business class lounges available in 3 of our airports. In the product for economy class, it gives you 214 seats, 8 across, and a 242. So really you're never more than 1 seat away from the aisle, which is very nice. There's quite a bit of space. You have an IFA screen for yourself. The seat pitch is about 31 inches, which is a good amount of legroom. You also still get the full hot dinner meal, complimentary beverages, including alcoholic, and upon landing in the morning. I've flown both economy and business, and both are very, very nice and very comfortable. The luggage policy, it's posted on our website. Business is pretty much 2 pieces, 70 pounds each. Economy, you can have 1 piece that's 50 pounds. We also have cargo service and can help answer any questions about carrying a surfboard or bike or items like that. Rewards is our frequent flyer program, so we encourage anybody that flies Air Namibia to join. It's free and easy to sign up. You can redeem your miles for free tickets, discounts, upgrades, excess baggage fees. You can also transfer your miles between members and purchase tickets for another person who's not a member, and it's a pretty good program. Travel agent support, most importantly, we really are dedicated to trying to help our travel agents in selling more Air Namibia. So anybody who has access to any of the 4 major GDS systems can book Air Namibia directly. The 2-digit ticket designator code is SW. Acceptable forms of payment are Visa, Amex, and cash. And for our agent partners that don't ticket with the GDS, you can always contact us to handle your bookings and fare quotes. You would just need to email us here at our address or call our number, which is routed to our U.S. Customer Service Center in New York. We're open 8:30 to 8:30 Eastern Time. We would love to help you book groups. We just need to know your group size, dates, and routing, and we can give you a quote. And like I mentioned before, the NTB is a great resource if you want to start planning an itinerary. Some frequently asked questions just to run down real quick. Also about a visa, you don't need a visa if you're planning to visit for less than 90 days. Are there any health or safety concerns? Currently, no. I would just stay up to date with the embassy's website. There's no outstanding disease outbreaks. And just to note, there was never any threat of Ebola in Namibia. Are injections and medications needed? No. We are a malaria-free zone, and no immunizations are required. Do we have interline agreements? Yes, we have agreements with 39 other carriers, including a lot of the major airlines. Does Air Namibia have any code share agreements? Yes, we do, with Kenya Airways on the route between Johannesburg and Nairobi, and as well Lusaka and Nairobi. And we're working on a lot more code share agreements and connections to the USA for the future. Is Air Namibia safe? Yes, we do have a very excellent safety record. It's always our #1 concern. Our airline is IOSA and IATA safety certified, and we're very proud to have an on-time performance, consistently rated #1 out of all of the African airlines. This is our social media. Contact for Facebook. I post information and all kinds of content on our Facebook page. We also have Twitter. That's our main phone number, email, and website. And our address, Air Namibia at APG USA. So thank you so much for sticking with me here to the end. And these are our 3 trivia questions. So answer these correctly by our deadline, which is Friday tomorrow, October 2nd, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, to be entered to win 2 round-trip tickets on any Air Namibia flight. So #1 is, what is our frequent flyer program called? #2, what is our European Gateway Airport or connection hub of Air Namibia in Germany? And 3, what is the 2-digit, the letters, ticket designator of Air Namibia? So those are pretty doable, easy questions, I think. 3 answers. Email in your reply to airnamibia@apg-usa.us with your name and your agency name, and you will be entered to win. So with that, I say good luck, and thank you very much for joining me, and I'll leave this slide up, and we can take any questions that may have come in, Doug.
Okay, the only question I see coming in from Stephen was a question regarding acceptance of MasterCard. I'm not sure.
You know, MasterCard is a work in progress. We do not accept it right now, but it should be coming up here in the near future. That's a good question. We're working on getting that form of payment on board. But for now, it's Visa, Amex, and cash as forms of payment.
Fantastic. That is all I'm showing for questions. If anybody does have a question, if you want to put it in quickly, we can give you another few seconds here.
Okay.
Let me see. Somebody's asking if the last bit of information will be emailed. She hopes because her screen went blank. And can you send out handouts of the webinar?
Yeah, certainly. Sure, yeah, I have a PDF copy. I can email anybody this webinar, and also I think Doug will have a replay up of recording so you can listen to it again. And any specific things you need sent to you, we'd be happy to get along.
Perfect, and you're right. Within a couple days, this webinar recording of it will be up on our website, jacksfax.com, so you can always find it there.
Okay. Well, great.
That looks like about it. Well, Sasha, thank you very much for a great presentation. And thank you for everybody who logged on and attended today's webinar. I hope you found it informative. And I hope everyone has a great day.
Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and we hope to see you and your clients in Namibia soon.
Thank you, Sasha. Thank you all.